Welcome to our video on 10 Stoic strategies for transforming negative to positive. Today we're exploring the wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that has helped many people handle life's challenges throughout history. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it." This quote highlights a struggle we all know too well. How do we turn tough situations into something positive? Life often throws unexpected challenges our way: setbacks, disappointments, and moments that test our patience. While we can't always control these events, we can choose how we respond to them. Think of it like a sailor navigating through a storm. We may not be able to stop the storm, but we can control our actions and decisions as we ride it out. This idea of focusing on what we can control is at the heart of Stoicism. In this video, we'll look at 10 practical Stoic strategies that can help you turn negativity into positivity. By concentrating on your thoughts, actions, and responses instead of getting caught up in things outside your control, you can build resilience and strength. Accepting what you can't change while taking charge of what you can is key to personal growth and inner peace. So, if you're ready to discover some powerful Stoic insights and learn how to navigate life's ups and downs, stick with us. Let's get started on this journey together. If today's insights on transforming negativity into positivity resonated with you, join our community by subscribing. Together, we can navigate life's challenges and support each other on this journey of growth. Hit that subscribe button and let's turn our struggles into strength. Thank you for being here. 1. Focus on what you can control. One of the most fundamental principles of Stoicism, and arguably its most powerful, is learning to focus only on what you can control. This idea is simple on the surface, yet incredibly profound. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, summed it up perfectly when he said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This concept encourages us to recognize the limits of our influence. Think about your daily life for a moment. How often do you get upset or anxious about things beyond your control? Maybe you feel frustrated when a flight is delayed, or you get stressed about changes in the economy or the decisions of others. These are things we have absolutely no control over, yet they consume our energy, our peace, and sometimes even our joy. Stoicism teaches us to let go of this mental struggle. Instead of wasting emotional and mental energy on uncontrollable factors, we are encouraged to focus on what we can control: our thoughts, our actions, and our responses. This shift is not just about avoiding frustration, but about reclaiming your personal power. By choosing to focus on what is within your control, you regain a sense of agency over your life. For example, let's say you're stuck in traffic. Your natural reaction might be to get annoyed or anxious because you're running late. But no matter how much you stress or complain, that traffic is out of your control. What you can control, however, is how you respond to the situation. Maybe you could use the time to listen to an audiobook, practice deep breathing, or simply accept that this is the reality of the moment. The traffic itself hasn't changed, but your attitude has, and that makes all the difference. This Stoic principle extends to deeper aspects of life as well. When we face difficult circumstances like losing a job, a relationship, or even our health, it's easy to spiral into despair. But if we can train ourselves to focus on what we can control in these moments, we regain a sense of stability. We might not control the fact that we lost a job, but we can control how we approach the job search. We can't control whether someone loves us back, but we can control how we handle rejection with dignity. By focusing on our internal responses rather than external events, we find inner strength. So, the next time you're faced with a frustrating or difficult situation, pause for a moment and ask yourself, what part of this can I control? And then focus all your energy on that. Once you master this habit, life will feel a lot less overwhelming. Problems may not disappear, but your approach to them will change. And that's where your power lies. 2. Cultivate positive relationships. The second key Stoic strategy is to cultivate positive relationships. Stoics believe that while much of life is beyond our control, the relationships we nurture are crucial to living a good life. The people we choose to surround ourselves with can have a profound effect on our mindset, our happiness, and even our personal growth. In fact, Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of being around virtuous people, saying, "Don't waste the rest of your life in speculating about others unless it does some good." It is madness to expect bad men not to do wrong that is asking for impossibilities. At first glance, this advice seems straightforward: surround yourself with good people. But what does it really mean to cultivate positive relationships, especially in the fast-paced and often superficial world we live in today? Social media, for example, has made it easy to accumulate hundreds, if not thousands, of friends, yet how many of those people are genuinely good for our mental and emotional well-being? Stoicism challenges us to move beyond superficial connections and focus on meaningful, positive relationships that enrich our lives. Positive relationships are those that bring out the best in us. These are the people who support us when we're down, challenge us to grow, and encourage us to become better versions of ourselves. They hold us accountable, inspire us, and help us see the world from a broader, more compassionate perspective. In contrast, toxic relationships, those filled with negativity, criticism, or manipulation, can drain our energy, cloud our judgment, and even lead us down a path of negativity and despair. But cultivating positive relationships isn't just about finding the right people. It's also about being the right kind of person for others. Are you a source of positivity and support in your relationships? Do you listen, empathize, and encourage your friends and loved ones to be their best selves? Stoicism teaches us that we have a responsibility to bring virtue and kindness into our relationships, not just for our benefit, but for the benefit of others. And when it comes to dealing with difficult people, those who may not share our values or treat us well, Stoicism offers an important reminder: we cannot control others' actions, but we can control how we respond. Instead of letting others' negativity or bad behavior affect our peace, we can choose to set boundaries or simply let go of relationships that no longer serve us. In the end, the Stoics believe that life's challenges are more easily managed when we have a supportive network of people around us. Positive relationships help us stay grounded, provide us with perspective, and offer us a sense of community. So take time to evaluate the relationships in your life. Nurture the ones that uplift you, let go of the ones that drain you, and always strive to be a source of positivity for those around you. 3. Learn patience. Patience is often described as a virtue, and the Stoics certainly believed this to be true. In today's fast-paced world, patience is becoming an increasingly rare quality. We live in a time where everything is expected instantly, whether it's information, communication, or results. If a web page takes more than a few seconds to load, we get frustrated. If someone doesn't respond to a text within minutes, we feel ignored. And if we don't achieve success quickly, we often give up. But the Stoics understood that the best things in life, personal growth, success, wisdom, take time. They believed that learning patience was essential not only to achieving long-term goals but also to maintaining inner peace in the face of adversity. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, reminds us that we cannot rush nature. He writes, "No matter what anyone says or does, my task is to be good. Like gold or emerald or purple repeating itself all the time, for such is its nature to be." This quote highlights a key Stoic insight: we must learn to be patient with the natural process of life. Things will unfold as they are meant to, and we cannot control the timing of external events. Patience, in the Stoic sense, is not passive. It's about cultivating a mindset of resilience and acceptance. It's about understanding that some things take time, and rushing them won't make them happen any faster. When we learn to practice patience, we also learn to let go of unnecessary frustration. We stop expecting the world to bend to our will and instead learn to adapt to the flow of life. For example, think about a major life goal you have. Maybe you want to start a business, change careers, or achieve a fitness milestone. These things don't happen overnight, and setbacks are inevitable. But instead of becoming discouraged by delays or challenges, the Stoic approach is to practice patience. Keep working towards your goal with steady effort, and trust that the process will unfold in its own time. This mindset not only reduces stress but also helps you stay committed to long-term goals. In everyday life, patience can also help us manage smaller frustrations. When you're stuck in a long line or dealing with a difficult person, practicing patience allows you to remain calm and composed. Instead of reacting impulsively or getting worked up, you remind yourself that this moment is temporary and that your peace of mind is more important than any external inconvenience. In essence, patience is about accepting the flow of life as it comes, without resistance, without frustration, and without rushing. When you embrace patience, you'll find that life becomes much more manageable. The challenges are still there, but your ability to face them with grace and resilience grows. 4. Embrace humility. Humility is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. While many people may see humility as a sign of weakness, Stoics understood that true humility is a sign of strength and wisdom. To be humble is to recognize your own limitations, to understand that you are not the center of the universe, and to realize that there is always more to learn. The Stoics believe that arrogance and pride blind us from the truth, while humility opens us up to growth, learning, and connection with others. Marcus Aurelius, despite being the emperor of Rome, constantly reminded himself of the importance of humility. In his Meditations, he wrote, "Do not be proud of anything that is not your own. If a horse should be proud of its beauty, that would make sense, but when you are proud of good looks or a great voice or skill at any game, you are stealing the credit for what belongs to others." Aurelius knew that no matter his status or success, he was still a human being, fallible and imperfect like everyone else. Humility in Stoicism means accepting that you don't have all the answers. It means being open to learning from others, from the world, and even from your own mistakes. Many of us struggle with this because our egos get in the way. We want to be seen as knowledgeable, successful, and in control. But Stoicism teaches that true wisdom comes from acknowledging that there is always more to learn. The moment you think you know everything, you've stopped growing. Embracing humility also means accepting that you are not always in control. Life will throw unexpected challenges your way, and sometimes things won't go as planned. Humility helps you accept this reality with grace. Instead of trying to control everything or becoming frustrated when things don't go your way, humility allows you to adapt and learn from the situation. Additionally, humility strengthens your relationships. When you approach others with a humble mindset, you are more likely to listen, empathize, and understand their perspectives. You don't see yourself as superior or above anyone else, and this fosters deeper, more meaningful connections. It also makes it easier to ask for help when you need it, which is something many people, especially those who struggle with pride, find difficult to do. So how do you embrace humility in your daily life? Start by reminding yourself that no matter how much you know, there is always more to learn. Be open to feedback and criticism without taking it personally. Understand that making mistakes is part of the learning process and doesn't define your worth. And most importantly, approach life with the understanding that you are just one small part of a much larger world. This perspective not only helps you stay grounded but also frees you from the pressures of perfection and ego. In the end, humility is about recognizing your place in the grand scheme of things. It allows you to approach life with curiosity, openness, and a willingness to grow. And as the Stoics believed, it is through this humble mindset that we become better, wiser, and more compassionate individuals. 5. Grow your gratitude. Gratitude is another key Stoic principle that can transform your mindset from negative to positive. The Stoics believe that one of the greatest sources of suffering is our tendency to focus on what we lack rather than what we have. In their view, cultivating a sense of gratitude for what you already have is essential to achieving peace of mind and contentment. Seneca, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, wrote extensively about the importance of gratitude. He said, "Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. Gratitude, for the Stoics, is not just a fleeting emotion, it's a practice, a habit of mind that needs to be cultivated daily. It's about recognizing the good in your life, no matter how small, and appreciating it deeply." In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of more. More success, more possessions, more recognition. We often measure our worth by how much we have or how much we've accomplished, and this constant striving can leave us feeling unsatisfied. Stoicism teaches us to take a step back and focus on what we already have: our health, our relationships, our experiences, and even the challenges that have helped us grow. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring the hardships or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's about shifting your focus from what's missing to what's present. Even in difficult situations, there is always something to be grateful for. Maybe it's the lesson you're learning, the strength you're building, or the support you're receiving from others. By practicing gratitude, you train your mind to see the positive in every situation, which helps you maintain a balanced and resilient mindset. One practical way to cultivate gratitude is to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. These don't have to be big or life-changing. It could be as simple as a kind gesture from a friend, a beautiful sunset, or a good cup of coffee. The act of writing them down forces you to pause and reflect on the good in your life, which helps to shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Another powerful Stoic practice is the concept of premeditatio malorum, or premeditation of evils. This involves imagining worst-case scenarios as a way to appreciate what you currently have. For example, imagine what life would be like if you lost your job, your home, or your loved ones. This might sound depressing, but the Stoics believed it was an effective way to remind yourself of the impermanence of everything and to appreciate what you have while you have it. Gratitude, in the Stoic sense, is about recognizing that life is a gift, even with all its challenges. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you start to see that you already have everything you need to live a good life. This doesn't mean you should stop striving for goals or improvement, but it helps you find contentment in the present moment, rather than constantly chasing the next thing. By growing your gratitude, you cultivate a mindset that turns negative experiences into opportunities for appreciation. This simple yet powerful practice can change the way you see the world, helping you approach life with a more positive, resilient attitude. And as the Stoics believed, a grateful heart is the key to true happiness. 6. Connect with nature. Connecting with nature is a practice that the Stoics held in high regard, believing that by aligning ourselves with the natural world, we can achieve greater peace and perspective. In today's modern, fast-paced society, many of us have become disconnected from nature, spending most of our time indoors, glued to screens, and racing from one obligation to the next. Stoicism invites us to slow down, step outside, and reconnect with the world around us. The Stoics believed that nature is a powerful teacher. By observing the cycles of nature, the changing seasons, the growth of plants, the movement of the stars, we are reminded of the natural order of things. Everything in nature has its time and place, and nothing is rushed. Trees grow slowly, rivers flow steadily, and animals follow their instincts without resistance. When we spend time in nature, we can learn to adopt this same calm, patient approach to life. Marcus Aurelius frequently reflected on the importance of nature in his meditations. He wrote, "Look at the plants, the animals, the ants, the spiders, and the bees. They all do their work, and the bees are willing to sacrifice their lives for their work. And if the bee is so dedicated to its job, why are we not more dedicated to the larger work we have to do?" Aurelius saw nature as a source of inspiration and a reminder of our own place in the larger scheme of things. When we connect with nature, we are reminded of the bigger picture. The daily stresses and frustrations that seem so important in the moment start to feel smaller and more manageable. Nature has a way of grounding us, of putting things into perspective. A walk in the park, a hike in the mountains, or simply sitting by the ocean can help us clear our minds and reconnect with what truly matters. In addition to providing perspective, spending time in nature has numerous benefits for our mental and physical well-being. Research shows that time spent in natural settings can reduce stress, lower blood pressure, improve mood, and increase creativity. The Stoics recognized these benefits long before modern science confirmed them. For them, nature was not just a place to visit, it was a source of wisdom, a reminder of the natural order, and a way to cultivate inner peace. To integrate this Stoic practice into your life, make it a priority to spend time in nature regularly. You don't have to live near a forest or the ocean to benefit from nature's calming influence. Even a simple walk around your neighborhood, sitting under a tree in a park, or gazing at the stars at night can help you reconnect with the natural world. The Stoics believed that nature reflects the order of the universe, and by observing it, we can learn to align our lives with that order. Just as nature goes through cycles of growth, decay, and renewal, so do we. By connecting with nature, we remind ourselves of the impermanence of everything, including our problems. This perspective helps us stay calm in the face of challenges and appreciate the beauty and wonder of the world around us. In a world that often feels chaotic and disconnected, nature offers us a sanctuary of calm, perspective, and wisdom. By spending time in nature, we reconnect with the rhythm of life, find peace in the present moment, and gain the clarity we need to navigate life's challenges with a Stoic mindset. 7. Seek help when needed. One of the most powerful Stoic strategies for transforming negative experiences into positive outcomes is the principle of seeking help when needed. In a world that often glorifies self-sufficiency and independence, admitting that we need assistance can be a challenge. However, the Stoics understood that seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but rather a testament to our awareness and humility. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we are social beings, inherently interconnected with one another. He wrote in his Meditations, "What is good for the hive is good for the bee." This wisdom reflects the understanding that our well-being is tied to the well-being of others. In Stoicism, asking for help is an acknowledgement that we cannot navigate life's challenges alone. Whether it's a friend, family member, mentor, or therapist, reaching out for support can provide us with new perspectives, solutions, and encouragement. This principle is particularly important during tough times. When we face struggles, be it in our careers, relationships, or mental health, our instinct may be to withdraw, isolate ourselves, and try to handle everything on our own. But the Stoics teach us that this approach can lead to unnecessary suffering. Seeking help can lighten our burdens and offer us the support we need to move forward. In practice, this might mean confiding in a trusted friend about your feelings of anxiety or uncertainty. It could involve consulting a professional to gain insights into your challenges, or even joining a support group where you can connect with others facing similar issues. Each of these actions requires vulnerability, but they also provide opportunities for growth and connection. Furthermore, seeking help is not just about receiving support from others, it's also about being open to the wisdom and experiences of those around us. Sometimes, the best insights come from those who have faced similar struggles. By sharing our experiences and listening to others, we can learn valuable lessons that we might not have considered on our own. In the Stoic tradition, seeking help is closely related to the idea of community. The Stoics believed in the importance of relationships and collaboration. They understood that we are not meant to walk this path of life alone. We thrive when we engage with others, share our burdens, and offer our support in return. By fostering a sense of community and support, we create a network of resilience that can help us through challenging times. When we embrace the idea of seeking help, we break down the barriers of pride and self-isolation. We acknowledge that we are all human, and that everyone struggles at some point in their lives. By reaching out for support, we not only enhance our own well-being but also create opportunities for others to offer their assistance, fostering deeper connections and mutual understanding. So the next time you find yourself facing a challenge, remember the wisdom of the Stoics. It's okay to ask for help. Whether it's a small favor or a significant emotional support, reaching out can transform your experience from one of isolation to one of connection. You'll likely find that there's a wealth of support and wisdom available to you, waiting to be tapped into. 8. Acceptance and letting go. Acceptance and letting go are powerful concepts in Stoic philosophy. Life is full of uncertainties and challenges, and often we find ourselves struggling against circumstances we cannot change. The Stoics understood that resistance to reality is a source of suffering. By practicing acceptance, we can find peace amidst the chaos of life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This insight is a reminder that while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses to them. Acceptance is not about resignation or passivity, it's about recognizing what is and responding with grace and composure. Let's take a moment to reflect on the nature of acceptance. Imagine facing a setback, a job loss, a relationship ending, or an unexpected illness. Our natural inclination may be to resist these changes, to feel anger or despair. However, Stoicism encourages us to confront these situations head-on. Instead of fighting against reality, we are urged to accept it. This acceptance allows us to stop wasting energy on what cannot be changed and instead focus on how we can respond constructively. One practical way to cultivate acceptance is through mindfulness. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. When we feel anger or sadness, instead of pushing these feelings away or trying to control them, we acknowledge them. We accept them as part of our human experience. This practice of acceptance creates space for healing and growth. Letting go is another essential aspect of this process. We often cling to past hurts, regrets, or disappointments, thinking that holding on to them will protect us or help us avoid future pain. But in reality, these attachments can weigh us down and prevent us from moving forward. Stoicism teaches us that letting go of these burdens is vital for personal growth and peace of mind. Letting go can be challenging. It requires us to confront our fears and insecurities. However, the Stoics remind us that we cannot control the past, we can only control our actions in the present. By practicing acceptance, we can release the hold that the past has on us. We become freer to pursue our goals and live fully in the present moment. In practical terms, acceptance and letting go can involve journaling, therapy, or simply having honest conversations with trusted friends. Reflect on what you're holding on to and ask yourself whether it serves you. If it doesn't, practice the act of releasing it. This could mean forgiving someone who has wronged you, accepting a past mistake, or letting go of unrealistic expectations. When we practice acceptance and letting go, we open ourselves to new possibilities. We become more adaptable and resilient in the face of change. Instead of feeling trapped by circumstances, we learn to navigate life with a sense of ease and confidence. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up, it means acknowledging reality and choosing to respond with wisdom and courage. Ultimately, the Stoics remind us that acceptance is a pathway to inner peace. When we stop resisting reality, we find ourselves more capable of embracing life as it is, with all its imperfections and uncertainties. This shift in perspective can lead to profound transformations, allowing us to cultivate a more positive outlook and a deeper sense of fulfillment. 9. Practice extreme self-discipline. Extreme self-discipline is a crucial tenet of Stoicism that can significantly influence our ability to turn negative experiences into positive outcomes. The Stoics understood that while we cannot control external events, we can control our thoughts, actions, and habits. By practicing self-discipline, we gain mastery over ourselves, enabling us to navigate life's challenges with resilience and purpose. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reflected on the importance of self-discipline. He wrote, "You can be invincible if you refuse to share your adversary's opinion of yourself." This wisdom highlights the idea that true strength comes from within. It's about recognizing your capacity to respond to life's challenges with discipline and resolve, rather than being swayed by external pressures or distractions. In our modern world, distractions abound. From social media to constant notifications, it's easy to become overwhelmed and lose sight of our goals. This is where self-discipline comes in. It's the ability to focus on what truly matters, to resist the lure of instant gratification, and to make choices that align with our long-term values and objectives. Self-discipline is not about being rigid or harsh with ourselves, rather, it's about creating healthy habits that support our well-being. For example, if you want to improve your physical health, self-discipline might involve committing to a regular exercise routine or making healthier food choices. If you're seeking personal or professional growth, it might mean dedicating time each day to learning, self-reflection, or skill development. One powerful way to cultivate self-discipline is through routine. Establishing a daily routine can help you stay focused and maintain momentum toward your goals. A well-structured routine can provide a sense of stability and predictability, allowing you to allocate your time and energy more effectively. This, in turn, can reduce feelings of overwhelm and improve your overall well-being. Another key aspect of self-discipline is accountability. When we hold ourselves accountable for our actions, we are more likely to stay committed to our goals. Consider finding an accountability partner or joining a group that shares your objectives. Sharing your intentions with others can motivate you to stay disciplined and follow through on your commitments. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of self-reflection as a tool for self-discipline. Taking time to reflect on your thoughts and actions helps you become more aware of your habits and patterns. By examining your choices, you can identify areas where you may need to exercise more discipline. This practice encourages personal growth and fosters a deeper understanding of yourself. Additionally, embracing discomfort can be a powerful practice of self-discipline. The Stoics believed that growth often comes from facing challenges head-on. By intentionally placing ourselves in uncomfortable situations, whether it's taking on a difficult project, having a tough conversation, or challenging our fears, we build resilience and strengthen our self-discipline. Ultimately, practicing extreme self-discipline is about aligning your actions with your values and goals. It's about making conscious choices that contribute to your overall well-being, even in the face of adversity. When we cultivate self-discipline, we gain the strength to navigate life's challenges with grace and determination. We become the architects of our own lives, capable of transforming negative experiences into opportunities for growth and learning. 10. Cultivate mindfulness. The final Stoic strategy we'll explore today is the practice of cultivating mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment, aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. For the Stoics, mindfulness was not just a practice, it was a way of life, a means to connect more deeply with ourselves and the world around us. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote encapsulates the essence of mindfulness in Stoicism. It's about recognizing that our thoughts and perceptions shape our reality. By cultivating mindfulness, we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without getting swept away by them. We develop the ability to respond to situations with clarity and intention, rather than reacting impulsively. In today's fast-paced world, distractions are everywhere. We often find ourselves multitasking, rushing from one activity to the next, and losing sight of the present moment. This can lead to feelings of anxiety, stress, and dissatisfaction. Mindfulness invites us to slow down, breathe, and fully engage with whatever we are doing, whether it's eating, walking, or simply sitting in silence. One effective way to cultivate mindfulness is through meditation. Regular meditation practice allows us to train our minds to focus and be present. Start with just a few minutes each day, focusing on your breath and gently bringing your attention back when your mind wanders. Over time, this practice can enhance your ability to remain present in everyday life, helping you respond to challenges with a greater sense of calm and clarity. Another practical approach to mindfulness is the practice of mindful observation. This involves intentionally noticing the details of your surroundings, such as the colors, sounds, and sensations in the present moment. Whether you're on a walk in nature or sitting at your desk, take a moment to pause and observe. This simple act can ground you in the present and remind you of the beauty and richness of life. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily routines can also be beneficial. For example, practice mindful eating by savoring each bite, paying attention to the flavors and textures of your food. This not only enhances your enjoyment of meals but also fosters a deeper connection to the nourishment you provide your body. Mindfulness also extends to our interactions with others. When we engage in conversations, practice being fully present with the person in front of us. Listen actively, without distractions, and respond thoughtfully. This not only strengthens our relationships but also fosters a sense of connection and understanding. Cultivating mindfulness allows us to break free from the cycle of negative thinking and self-judgment. It helps us recognize that our thoughts are not always facts, and we can choose how to respond to them. By observing our thoughts with curiosity rather than judgment, we create space for growth and transformation. In conclusion, mindfulness is a powerful tool in the Stoic toolkit. By being present, aware, and intentional, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. We cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and our experiences, enabling us to turn negative situations into opportunities for growth and learning. As the Stoics believed, the present moment is where our true power lies, and by embracing mindfulness, we can unlock our potential to lead fulfilling, meaningful lives.